Hi guys, and welcome to another unboxing video. Today I'm being accompanied by a Maximus Little Fred, which is a session blonde. So cheers guys. Oh, that's not too bad. Sounds it's a little bit like an IPA. Anyway, I got this in recently, and let's take a look at it. I just came back from about a week and a half or so away, and it's nice to be getting back in the saddle of things. I guess by now I've already reviewed this keyboard, but well, we'll see. Alright. Careful not to cut into the actual keyboard, but that does make this a bit of a slow process. Right. Go away. Very nice. I'm not really an IPA guy, but this is okay. So, there we go. We have, oh dear, look at that. I think the sleeve partially came off during shipping and folded in on itself. Let's see if I can tidy that up a little bit. There you go. This is the Lemokey L5 HE. This was sent in to me by Keychron, as I recall. And this is, I think, currently a Kickstarter. It's basically a, well, how do you explain it? A more upmarket version of their Q series, which is kind of their flagship product line. And so this is for, I guess, for people who want that little bit of extra. So I have to look at the details here a little bit to not confuse this with several other keyboards that are coming my way. Magnetic Hall effect keyboard. Blah blah blah, 75% layout, web configurator, 8000 Hz polling rate. That's kind of standard now, I guess, for Hall effect keyboards. Light effects and sound absorbing foam. Now, visually from this picture, it looks a little bit like a Q series, but maybe not quite the same. So let's have a look. I'm also not sure where the name Lemokey comes from. I don't know if that's a separate producer or something. Which, well, I guess it kind of has to be, but, well, we'll see. Get this out of the way. And then let's look at the goodies first. So that is a bunch of bump-ons and standoffs and screws and whatnot, and what the actual hell is all this stuff? I've... Okay. Well, we'll see. 2 screwdrivers, no less. Looks like a... what is that? Crosshead and an Allen key one? I don't know. And a keycap and switch puller. This is a very standard model, but it's okay. Just have a look at these actually. Yeah, it's an Allen key, hex head, I think that's called in Imperial units, and a cable, braided cable, USB-C to USB-C, and a USB-A adapter. That's starting to become more common as well nowadays, which makes sense. And then let's have a look at the actual keyboard itself. It's quite heavy. And there you go. Ta-da! So, if you're familiar with the Q series, It's basically a, let's say, a mass-produced version of a custom-like keyboard. And so it normally comes with a machined aluminium full case, which is quite, let's say, simple in shape. But this one, you can immediately tell from the rear, is quite different. You can see that black is always a difficult material to film with. It's just the whole case shape is quite weird. Well, at least different, let's say. See, it's got this back bit jutting out. Strangely, there's no label on here at all. I can't remember whether this is a pre-production sample, but I don't think so, because it doesn't come in a random box. This comes from what's very obviously a production box. Okay, well, comes with a wheel that's quite common on Keychron models as well, though the wheel is a little bit different. Clearly has case dampening. Not entirely sure what switches are in here, but I think Keychron use a version of Keychron Hall effects. That said, oh, what the actual hell is that? Okay, so I don't think that's Keychron Hall effect. That looks quite different. Even the shape of the switch is a little bit different from what I'm used to. Very strange. Let me just take that out for a second. Pretty sure this is hot swappable. There you go. Yeah, so there you go. Very flat bottomed. Has almost no features on the bottom. So let me just see if I can plug this in for you guys. Okay. So careful here not to hit any other keyboards in a way. So as you can see, this has got a light bar at the back, which looks kind of cool, but you don't really see it when using it normally. So I think it just casts a light behind you. Looks like by default it's set to orange only. Let's switch off the light for a second. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of cool, but it's not too let's say it's not too intrusive. It's not even too bright. If I just put it down, I can only see it if I put my hands behind it. And also additionally, I mean, I know it's very, very dark, the footage in here now, but the keyboard has no RGB in the key area, as you can see. Strange, I didn't expect that. I would have thought that it would have had normal RGB in addition to the back case one. Oh, excuse me, Jesus. So that's working fine. I'm not entirely sure whether these caps are the same as Keychron's normal ones, because normally Keychron uses differently shaped keycaps, I think, especially for the Q series. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I really think this Lemokey must be a different producer, and Keychron just sent it to me. Well, they must have something to do with it, otherwise they wouldn't send it to me. So, well, I don't know. Guess I'll have to ask them about it, or maybe you can let me know in the comments. It's also fine. Yeah, it seems almost like it's inspired by Q series, but isn't quite. So, one thing I was kind of thinking of, I guess it's not that, because it very specifically states that it's Hall effect. What the, oh, the information's all on the sleeve. Well, never mind then, I guess. Well, I guess I have to take a look at this at some point. Quite a lot of questions left unanswered here. such as what the bleeding hell is all this stuff. I mean, I have no idea. This case is just a big block of metal, so it doesn't feel like this doesn't feel like that this should really get a lot more stuff inside of it. So I didn't even know where this is supposed to go. I guess you can open it and add more standoffs inside, but is this case even 2 parts? I can't tell. It doesn't have any screws that I can see on it. Actually, any means of opening it. Yes. A mystery then. Strange. Well, by the way, in case you're wondering why don't I know, I try to avoid reading up too much on keyboards in particular before I unbox them, because if I know exactly what I'm going to find, it's not really a surprise anymore, and then it's kind of, you know, what's the point? Sometimes if I'm really, really on top of keyboards, I know a little bit more about them in advance, but, you know, still. In any case, I shall be, well, reading up a little bit more on this before I review it. Still got, including this one, 2 ergo keyboards to go, and then I'm probably going to go back to normal keyboards again for a little bit. I might do some more ergo keyboards in the future though, but let's say we still have quite a lot to do. In any case, I think I'm going to end the video now. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again in the next video. Cheers, guys.